A very warm welcome to you, and thank you so much for joining our Homeopathy 24/7 podcast. We are going to be speaking to an array of international guests who will share their knowledge and experiences of homeopathy with you. We will discuss all types of subjects such as remedies, symptoms, and stories of health. No matter where you are with your homeopathic journey, we aim to inspire you on your quest to natural health and living. The podcast is brought to you by Greensmith, the founder of Homeopathy 24/7, which is a global platform connecting you with a homeopath wherever you are in the world, 24 hours a day. So let's get started with today's chat. Please welcome Mary Greensmith.
Hello, I hope you don't mind. We are going to sneak in a sneaky little podcast about the film Introducing Homeopathy. I hope you don't mind. It's going to be just a short introduction and letting you know about the virtual viewing. I hope you're going to enjoy it. Hello, thank you for joining us today. It's so lovely to have you with us. Today, I am talking about the film Introducing Homeopathy. This film is just about to have a private viewing, and you have got the opportunity to see it before everybody else, before it goes on Netflix, before it's released to the general public. And this is an amazing opportunity for you, so I want to share it with you. So let's talk about why now is a great time for this film. Well, because always before we have been so nervous about sharing homeopathy because there's so many people who want to see it gone, whose interests it's not in their interests to see homeopathy spread around the world. And quite often we forget that homeopathy is the second most popular type of medicine in the world after Chinese medicine. In India, it's obviously used a great deal right around the country because it's cheap and it's effective. And the Indians know about homeopathy. They've used it for generations and they're brought up with it. Obviously, homeopathy, the pharmaceutical companies that make the homeopathic remedies, they're not big, huge corporations. They don't make a lot of money. The remedies are so dilute that only a very small substance is needed. It's the passionate people, the people who are really passionate about homeopathy, that go on and be a pharmaceutical company for homeopathy. It's not a big industry. It's never going to make millions and millions of pounds. And this is why we're so small compared to Western medicine, which has got a huge amount of money to back it up. So what's different about this film? Well, I think really nothing is different about homeopathy, but everything is different about where we are in the world today. Having gone through COVID, people are now open to, or more open to, the suggestion that something else might be worthwhile looking into, that Western medicine isn't everything. Everything that we're told might not be in our interests. So maybe it is time to give homeopathy its rightful voice. So let's talk a little bit about the film and how it's been produced and why it's been produced and why the time is right now to start introducing homeopathy to the whole world, giving a different perspective. Giving a perspective not from a pharmaceutical company, but from the grassroots, from cases, from because that is, of course, how homeopathy has been proven. It's from years and years and years of cases being put together. Every time somebody uses a remedy, the results are recorded by a homeopath, they're put forward, they're entered into the repertory and the materia medica, and that knowledge is shared between homeopaths. So the information that we have got about homeopathy is the grassroots information. It's information from using homeopathy in cases in the field. It's not conducted in laboratories. It's not conducted in set areas for set diagnosis. It is very personalized medicine, and that is where we've always suffered before, because we always compare the results of published papers, which actually are measuring how a substance works for a specific diagnosis. And really, homeopathy struggles to fall into that category, because that's not how it works. It's like trying to fit a round peg into a square hole, or the other way around. So now is time to give homeopathy its rightful voice. Homeopathy is that powerful healing modality that actually changes lives. And let's just talk about that for a moment, because when we're talking about changing people's lives, we know this every time we talk to our clients who use homeopathy. I didn't expect that to happen. I didn't expect to put my house on the market. I didn't expect to change my job. I didn't expect to. I had one lady who said, I didn't expect to leave the washing up before I went to bed. I've never done that in my life. But you can see how suddenly for her to be able to relax, that was a huge thing, for her to be able to feel comfortable about changing something in her life like this. So let's have a look and see what the film Homeopathy, Introducing Homeopathy, is going to be about.
Conventional medicine is always changing. And what was conventional in the 1800s with using highly poisonous substances and bloodletting, today we think, what were they doing? But at the time, that was what was accepted. 10 years from now, 50 years from now, 100 years from now, there are going to be things that people in the future are going to look back and say, what were they thinking?
Conventional medicine or modern medicine, whatever you want to call it, is fantastic in many areas. But unfortunately, there's very little that conventional medicine offers for many conditions in terms of treatment.
Claire's 7. He has autism and epilepsy. They told me that I would have a really hard time getting pregnant. And that kind of blew my mind. I was like, how is there nothing medically to help with this issue?
I was taking 25 medicines, diabetic, kidney issues, eye issues. They told me I was dying.
What I think that our society is starving for is a solution that will effectively restore health rather than simply put a Band-Aid on their symptoms. Homeopathy is that system that offers this solution.
Most doctors are not exposed to the therapeutic power of homeopathy. But when you've seen it firsthand, mitigate someone's symptoms within sometimes seconds or minutes.
High blood pressure to migraine headaches,
Fibromyalgia, chronic arthritis,
psoriasis.
the patients who were treated with homeopathy as well as conventional medicine had better clinical outcomes or the same clinical outcomes, but they used far fewer pharmaceutical drugs.
The doctors were surprised at how quickly I recovered. Then I started to feel better.
Clearly, it was kind of my last resort, and it ended up being the best resort. One of the most important areas of clinical medicine is what we call effectiveness gap conditions. People are really suffering with long-term health problems, and conventional medicine just doesn't have all the answers.
Whether we're putting in through taxes or whether we're putting in through insurance premiums, we all end up being responsible for each other's health. The delivery of a more sustainable and a more health promoting system of medicine would free up those healthcare dollars for better use.
It's about time that actually we have a kind of informed debate and really introduce people to the truth about homeopathy.
So let's talk about this previewing, this exclusive private screening that's going to be available on April the 19th. You have got the opportunity to have a virtual ticket. You will be able to see the screen from the comfort of your own house for a very small amount. I would like to offer you the invitation to purchase admission so that you can go and see the film before it is released to the public. You can have your own private viewing, and of course you can join in with the Homeopathy 24/7 team and have a broadcast that way as well. Now, what I'm going to do is put the details for you to purchase your admission ticket, and you will have the opportunity to either purchase an in-person admission. You can go and watch the film in Reston, VA, and go to the opening reception. And you can meet the actual producers of the film. You can also have the opportunity here to have the virtual admission, which is going to be $25, and you only have a few days to purchase your ticket. You will be able to view the film between April 19th and April the 21st. And so you've got a small window in which you can watch it on your own, and you can have watch parties with other people as well. When you check out, when you purchase your ticket, please do select Homeopathy 24/7, and that will help us as well with our contributions to this film, Introducing Homeopathy. We are so excited to share it with you, and I look forward to seeing the film with you, watching it, and of course discussing it with you afterwards. Have a great viewing and enjoy it, and come back and let's talk about it afterwards. So I do hope you enjoyed that mini preview and introduction to the film. Please do find the link in the notes below, and please do order your virtual ticket. When you're selecting your sponsor, please select Homeopathy 24/7, and we look forward to seeing you after the film. Now, next week I will be talking to Hector. Hector is one of our homeopaths from the team Homeopathy 24/7, and we will be talking about the menopause. So I look forward to seeing you there. Hope you can join us. I do hope you've enjoyed these episodes, and I do hope you can subscribe to our channels. Now, there are various ways for you to listen to our podcast or watch it on video on YouTube. So whether it's iTunes, Spotify, or YouTube, please do subscribe, and please do leave us a review. If you leave us a review on these platforms, then more people will see our podcast. We just want more people to share the joy of homeopathy. It's a choice that everybody should know about. Please do everything you can to help us help more people.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode and look forward to listening to our next one. Please don't forget to follow our podcast on your chosen channel, and please do leave us a review so we can continue to share homeopathy with as many people as possible. If you do have any questions, please do reach out to us on any of our social platforms mentioned in the show notes. We at Homeopathy 24/7 hope to empower you on your natural health journey.